Is WWE booking Damien Priest's championship reign a little bit off, for lack of a better term? As if they're not putting as much focus on him as they should, or as you would expect for someone in their first world title run. Yo, I'm your wrestling VTuber, Dojan Vaughn, and allow me to go ahead and put you on game as to why I believe that they're doing this on purpose. And hey, before we get into the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, be people into Twitch because we got some wrestling variety over there, including our own wrestling series known as WKW, which happens multiple times a week, usually on a Wednesday, Thursday, and on top of that, Friday and or Saturday. Yeah, let's get into the video. Now, I made a tweet a few days ago saying that I feel like Damien Priest will be top champion again, and that run will far eclipse this current run in every single way. And allow me to put you on game as to why I think this. When it comes to this championship run Priest has been having, it has felt like there has been a lack of attention on him being the champion. You've been having CM Punk and Drew McIntyre at points being the main thing to take note of during this whole world title run. Multiple people that are not Damien Priest. And on top of that, it feels like Priest's championship reign is effectively, let me put it like this. When Seth had his first title run, he was the predominant focus in all of his storylines. It was Seth versus Randy Orton, Seth versus Dean Ambrose, Seth versus Kane, and it would always be, can this person get the world title off of the Authority's Golden Boy? And Roman Reigns, or at the very least for his second reign, because his first one lasted all of, what, a few seconds? It was on, can Roman Reigns overcome the Authority? And everything that was being thrown at his way was for people to try and take Roman Reigns out. I could keep going on and on and on, but in general, when you have a world champion, especially during their first run, the focus usually would be on them and whatever story is going on being effectively, again, around them. Around someone trying to take the title off of them, or protect them, or whatever might you have. Meanwhile, Damien Priest, the focus has been on anything that's not him. In 3 out of his 4 matches involving that world title, they have been focused on the rivalry between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre, also Seth Rollins. And the only other match he had that didn't involve the two was focused on the Judgment Day and them having issues with Damien Priest. And on top of that, there's been some sort of feeling around Priest that it doesn't feel like this is his reign. To the point where you constantly have people going, oh yeah, this person's taking the title for Priest. Oh, Seth is going to take the title for Priest. Oh, Priest got the title just to keep it warm so Drew can win it. Oh, Gunther's taking the title for Priest. In general, it feels like this was not meant to be the title reign for Damien, the one that you will be talking about for years to come, one referring to his legacy. Instead, you're talking about Drew McIntyre and CM Punk and Seth Rollins and what they're doing. Now, for starters, this is, I believe, Triple H's first top champion, going about their first, I believe, singles world title. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, was Punishment Martinez, aka Damien Priest, before he was in WWE, was he ever a world champion? I don't recall, but quite frankly, this is still the first time Triple H has had a top guy in his first world title reign since he has taken full and complete control of WWE on the booking side of things. And that this might either be the learning stages of how to book a top guy making his way into being a proper solidified top guy, which, let me say this as well, I feel like while this championship reign isn't all it could be, and on purpose. Simultaneously, while it is on purpose, I also feel like Damien Priest has gotten more interesting, has started to improve since the start of this championship run. Now, when it comes to the other potential option, again, that is intentional. Seth Rollins pointed out that the Judgment Day kind of does feel like they're a bit of a weight on his back, and Damien Priest said that, hey, the Judgment Day needs me more than I need them. And again, the one match that Damien Priest had that did not involve the Judgment Day was, vice versa. The one match he had that didn't involve CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins was One, thanks to Judgment Day's unintentional interference. No, I'm not editing that out. We're moving on. Unintentional, unwanted interference that ultimately started the butting the heads between each member of the Judgment Day. Priest, while still kind of being a heel, although if we're considering Rhea Ripley a babyface now, I don't know if we could consider Priest a babyface. But Priest is effectively a babyface in the form of a heel, surrounded by a bunch of other heels that do kind of feel like they do in fact need him more than he needs them. The story of his championship run isn't focused on him, but simultaneously it feels like his focus is also elsewhere, on the Judgment Day. And whenever he does lose that world title, which probably is going to be at SummerSlam, hopefully it's at SummerSlam. We didn't have Drew lose this title, Seth failed to get this captured, and all this other stuff, so we could have Priest retain at SummerSlam, right? Surely it will be Gunther, right? I don't know. But whenever he does lose his title, it does feel like we are going to go ahead and pivot towards focusing on the story between the Judgment Day and Damien Priest. Or, well, in general, the dissolving of the Judgment Day, especially now that Rhea Ripley is back. You're going to have a whole lot of infighting, you're going to have a whole lot of stuff crumbling in front of our eyes, and a civil war between the bloodlines, not the only faction civil war you're going to be seeing in the coming months. I can predict already it will be Damien Priest and Rhea Ripley on one side, Finn Balor and JD McDonald and Carlito on another side, with Dominic being on the middle up until, well, he screws Rhea Ripley out of the title, before we go ahead and primarily focus on Damien Priest versus Finn Balor. And who knows, I could foresee that world title finding its way drifting back to Seth, Punk, and Drew. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, maybe Gunther keeps hold of it and he does something leading up into Mania and loses it there. I'm not quite sure. But whenever we do get to another championship reign for our current El Campeon, that it will be a lot more better for Priest, a lot more important to his legacy, a lot more notable for a few reasons. For starters, we don't have to deal with this title being in the, maybe not the background, but not quite the primary focus of this reign. Like the fact that we have to deal with Damien Priest defending his title, but the focus is again on the rivalry between Punk and Drew, or Punk, Drew, and Seth, with Damien himself kind of being distracted with the Judgment Day more so than his title. And on top of that, and this is me assuming Triple H's method of madness when it comes to his booking, and again, as I said, this is his first time booking someone in their first ever world title reign. Someone that hasn't been in WWE for but so long. I believe Priest debuted on 2021 for the main roster. In 2012, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, for his wrestling career in general. He's still learning how to be the guy, to be the world champion. He's taking a gradual turn from a heel to a full-fledged babyface. That the focus being everywhere else is on purpose. And whenever we do get Damien Priest as our world champion again, it will be with a much more experienced, much more focused Damien Priest. Of which, say, if you had something like a CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins situation going on, I could potentially foresee that incarnation of a Damien Priest maybe taking a Drew and a Punk out, maybe even involving himself into their rivalry, and then handling them both efficiently and effectively, not having anything hold him down while simultaneously knowing how to be the top guy. I mean, when it comes to Triple H and the way he books stuff in general, it does feel like there is a lot more pacing being noted with this championship run as compared to that of years in the past. I don't know. Maybe I'm rambling on. Maybe it's just me thinking my ways in circles. But mark my words, and remember this video if you are watching this. Whenever Damien gets another championship reign, he is going to absolutely feel it. Meanwhile, this championship run, you're just sitting here thinking every 2 seconds, okay, is he losing it to this person? No, he's going to lose it to that person. No, what? Okay, he's going to lose it to this person. I don't know. Hey, Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Are they booking Priest kind of officially on purpose? Am I just being Captain Obvious? I don't know. Yeah, see ya.